It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we'll see Luke Musgrave. He's coming off one of his biggest games in both yards and touchdowns last week. It's the Steelers and the Ravens. All that and more coming up next.
With Chesapeake Bay gleaming in the distance, we are inside M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore, Maryland. Today it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Baltimore Ravens. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Raven team as they get ready here. And losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. So here come the Ravens with their first look on offense. They're led by the #1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
Well, his ratio was good last week. Most quarterbacks are really excited about a 3-to-1 ratio, but it's flipped in the wrong direction. He threw 3 interceptions, not touchdown passes, and he only had the 1 TD pass in that game. So he's trying to turn that around and find a way for his team to win.
They begin the drive with Williams. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be second down. You look at the Steeler defense. They were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
Held them well under 200 yards of total offense. In today's NFL, that's a feat to be proud of, especially with the emphasis on offense and what we're seeing each and every week.
Williams going to get it again on second down. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30. This defense for the Steelers, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
Yeah, they held them to well under 200 yards of total offense, and in today's NFL, that's a feat to be proud of, especially with the emphasis on offense and what we're seeing each and every week, that great creativity and usual productivity.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete. You got a young quarterback. Maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that, because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide-open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Lawrence going to throw again. That's to the sideline and incomplete.
Yeah, it's still early in the game. No sense taking a chance on 3rd down and forcing one into traffic. So I like the wise play he made there. Get it to the sideline out of bounds where no one's going to have a chance at it.
Wishnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. And this is a beauty as that ball's going to angle out at the 6-yard line. So here are the Steelers backed up to start their initial drive. As we get a peek at their dynamic signal caller hailing from Mississippi State, it's Dak Prescott.
Before the game, when I said hello to him, I tried to give him a little dap, but he wouldn't give me any, and I thought he was snubbing me. Then I realized he's keeping all that flame to himself. How about the week he had last week? AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
Meanwhile, Dak's throw there complete to Myers. And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24. Prescott on 1st down. He's got a man complete. And he'll have it past midfield, almost to the 40 before being taken down. Prescott looks to throw on first. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Here's Jacobs. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
And Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Prescott to throw this time. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And in for the Steelers touchdown. Reggie Gilliam, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Steelers are on the board first on the road here in Baltimore. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it ends with the Steelers finding the end zone. Right after the touchdown to extend their lead, now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40. So now the possession will begin at the 35 after the errant kickoff.
Well, that's certainly one way to avoid a dangerous kick returner, I suppose, but you are giving up extra yardage, that's for sure. Because if you put it out of the end zone, they start at the 25. So at a minimum, you're giving up 10 yards to the offense.
Up the middle, it's Williams. He'll get this up to about the 44. You look at this Steeler defense. They were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
They held them to just 7 points, and in reviewing the game tape, I'm wondering how they got the 7. I actually wrote a note to myself. How did they even score? The way they were playing, absolutely dominating on their side of the ball.
And he's going to have a Ravens first down as good running gets him to about the 44. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
Now Lawrence to throw on 2nd down. That ball caught. It's Rice. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. It's a gain of 34.
What my dad would say sometimes, I'm just scratching my head here trying to figure out what was going on there defensively. How did you lose him in the middle of the field? If you're going to lose a receiver, make sure it's someone on the short side of things, not deep downfield, that can hurt your defense.
Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. Williams will take this into the end zone. It's a Ravens touchdown. Well, CD, there didn't seem to be much resistance there down near the goal line.
Yeah, partner, from what I saw there, not a real good job of matching up defensively because to me, they looked like they were just in their base 3-4 package. You need bigger bodies in there in a goal line type situation. The 3-4, 5 between the 20s, but not down here when you're guarding your end zone.
So we'll leave it at 7 now as they kick it away. This fielded right at the goal line. Pass midfield, look out. He's inside the 20. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Officially an even 100 yards coast to coast on the kick return. And the Steelers have taken the lead. Such an electric play, so much fun to watch, and you need all 11 guys in sync for that to be successful, don't you?
Without a doubt. That's teamwork, to be able to put it all together. But that play is really probably the most exciting 10 seconds in football.
Elliott good with a PAT, and that makes the score 14-7. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff.
And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown, as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's...
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr.
And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
And this, Charles, definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very first quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff. They've told him all week long, we've got to protect the football. They probably crossed that fine line with giving him the right advice and saying it too much, and it turned out that it got into his head a little bit.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Jacoby Myers, his 6th touchdown of the season.
And the Steelers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Well, that didn't take long. The turnover instantly almost turning into points.
And when that happens, a lot of teams have the mentality of let's strike right now. You've got them off balance after the turnover or the takeaway. Let's go get it. And that's exactly what they did.
Elliott on for the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. A pretty wild first quarter. 21-7, our score. Steeler football here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it as we resume action. Elliott now to kick this one away.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25.
The Ravens offense back out there.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know, they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit, because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit, in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half, as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Here's Lawrence to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Throwing now, Lawrence on first down.
They'll set up the screen. This is Williams.
He's across midfield.
And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Now a give up the middle to Williams.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37.
They run it again with Williams.
On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
On play action, Lawrence.
He's got a man. It's his fullback. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
And as a quarterback, you're always pleased when you can use all the weapons at your disposal. Here he spots his fullback underneath, gets the completion right there for a nice pickup.
Now Lawrence. Throw left side to Kincaid.
It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight, doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. A quick throw caught by Rice. And the Ravens are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people have to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately because if you let that big guy get a head of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line.
Lawrence going to keep it.
And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown.
Trevor Lawrence
scoring on the 2-yard keeper.
And the Ravens have cut it back within a score.
And now it's blocked. It's picked up, a live ball here, remember. But he will not be able to bring this one back, and the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
I know it's easy to kind of shrug off a blocked extra point, but this game is shaping up to be a tight one. The second half, this could prove crucial.
Yeah, we might look back on this one. We'll have to wait and see.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Now Dak, he's going to mix it up.
Jacobs going to try the middle. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Throwing. Prescott rolling to his right. His throw incomplete.
Well, no surprise there. He was looking for one of his favorite targets again as soon as he left the pocket. But the coverage was good downfield. They got right to the receiver and helped prevent that completion.
Now they'll change things up.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens 26. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. He'll buy some time right. And his throw here's incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Prescott to throw it. That's going to be caught. Touchdown! 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Steelers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead is up to 15 now. A drive that time of 6 plays, and it ends with a Pittsburgh touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
The Ravens going to get one more drive here in this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only are the DBs going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
And they'll throw on first down with Lawrence. Throw out wide is incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
And to throw again is Lawrence. And that one to the right side and incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. That is caught.
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Now Lawrence.
And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
Right up to that point, I was about to say he's had a pretty good half catching the football, but let's just be honest about it. He should have caught that one.
And he knows that. That was one right in his breadbasket and one he normally catches. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. This officially a 55-yard attempt. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making them sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. So we come upon halftime in what's a 12-point game at the break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks. And welcome in everybody to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Time for a look around the NFL here in Week 3 of the new year. We'll begin our trip around the NFL with an interesting one right off the bat, and it's the home team who are out in front. Josh Allen has thrown 2 touchdown passes. From there, we head down south to Tampa to check on the Bucs at home at Raymond James Stadium, and they trail the visiting Falcons in that one at halftime. Jordan Love with a couple of touchdown tosses. Finally, let's get to Indianapolis to check on the Colts at home at Lucas Oil Stadium, and that one is at halftime as they lead the visiting Eagles. Devin Singletary, a touchdown run in that first half. We saw a couple of high-octane offenses getting it done in the first half. Both teams had no problems moving the football. And you'd have to think, the team whose defense shows up in the second half is going to be the one who walks out of here with a victory. Both teams going back through their game plans, making their final halftime adjustments. And for the call of the second half, we go back up to Baltimore and rejoin Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. This taken in right around the goal line. And there he goes again. It's a foot race. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Steelers.
Again, helping partner, I get fired up. 2 kickoff returns for touchdowns in the same game. This is fun to watch.
Yeah, we call a lot of games at a lot of different places. Sometimes it seems like we do it simultaneously, but we rarely get to see this. Elliott now to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. And no doubt one of the most, if not the most exciting play we'll see in this game. The kick return all the way to the end zone for 6 points.
Jake Elliott set to kick off.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw.
And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25.
The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half.
Hey, Lion!
Now Lawrence on first down.
Completes it to Douglas. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
For a Baltimore Raven. First and 10 at the 45.
They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Now Lawrence to throw.
Over the middle, that's caught by Rice. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
3rd down.
Lawrence. Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 31-yard line. 15 yards there on the catch and run.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with 3rd and about 6 yards to go.
He had to fight for every yard on that run. Shook himself free of a tackle and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on him. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
On 3rd down, Lawrence.
And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And the Steelers are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line.
First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
A good start the drive here as that's caught out on the left side.
And he will work
his way out of bounds here at the 25-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 72 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy, because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Dak Prescott now 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon. And the Steelers take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. Well, partner, he has carried them in this ball game throwing the football. All 4 touchdowns through the air, and that's really helped them get this nice lead.
And I know it's a team game, but right now he is truly the focal point. Every touchdown his team has so far has been the result of his arm. How about him throwing it downfield, creating big plays? I don't know how you slow him down unless you can make him uncomfortable in the pocket.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. And now here come the Ravens. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD. And if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here. Lawrence hit and the ball is free. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble. That could have been trouble. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered, because had the defense gotten it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
And then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
Lawrence will throw. And he checks this one down to Williams. And they'll get him down right around the 11-yard line. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Off the draw, here's Williams. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. A pretty good effort there, 9 yards, but not enough. We'll likely see the punt team now on 4th down. The Ravens send their punter out now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And taken right at the 35. A good return there, call it 13 yards. So here are the Steelers to take over on offense. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. And they're going to speed things up here. 2nd down, Jacobs once more. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. 3rd and 3. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Now Dak, he wants to change the play. Third and short yardage, Prescott. Pass taken in by Latu. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
It's a gain of 23 yards. And the Steelers first down.
On play action, Prescott. This is caught. And in for the Steelers, touchdown. Josh Downs, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Steelers get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
Okay, we need to double check here with Marvin because he keeps all of our good stats, but what I've got is 5 drives, 5 touchdowns, and they've got a nice healthy lead.
Well, after the first drive, we thought things might be clicking. They're really clicking at this point. They're clicking about as much as they can click.
And right
I just said click a lot.
Yes, you did, but that's okay because the guy who's coordinating the defense, trying to slow them down,
Good luck.
he's going to have hair that looks like mine very soon. Not much of it.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. And Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
On second down, here's a keeper by the QB.
Fights loose. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Offside, defense.
So naturally they will decline it. They got the first down anyway on the play.
Who needs a penalty when you picked up the first down through hard work and effort anyway? First down.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play.
Red on the red.
On first down, Lawrence.
Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Douglas.
Well, following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Here's Lawrence. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Lawrence.
Throw left side, complete. That's Douglas. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10.
And that's when it's fun to play defense. When you're able to diagnose a play right from the beginning, get all your guys to the football and spill the play, that's when you have a lot of fun playing on that side of the ball.
11.
Here's Lawrence to throw. Screen play set up for Williams.
And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that. Here we go with Williams.
And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line.
No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
That was 4th and what we would call long in that situation, wasn't it? That wasn't 4th and inches, was it?
No, I mean, you get in those situations 4th and 3, 4th and 4. That's a lot to, what would you say, a lot of pizza left in that box.
It certainly is. Not everyone dove in on that one. In today's NFL, this is a passing down. All right, this is not a running down. That takes a lot of guts to call that play and even better execution.
On 2nd down, Williams. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
Now Lawrence. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Here we go. Got to have it. Lawrence. He's got his target. That's complete. And the Ravens are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Complete to Mario Douglas. 1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
Red. Here we go.
They go play action now. Lawrence.
Toward the pylon, caught. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Ryan Knoll from 6 yards away. And the Ravens get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. And Johnson's extra point up and good. And that trims the lead a bit, but still standing at 26 points. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here.
Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's 2nd down.
I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his first sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
Now a 2nd and 10. Now Prescott going to change the play.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. That's caught by Myers. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That one covers 29 yards, 1st down. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
From the red zone now, Prescott eluding the pressure right.
It's Myers again with another catch.
And he's brought down. It's another 1st down as they look his way again, this time 19. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. Jacobs.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line.
Holding offense.
So that time they get the tight end on the hold.
Normally he's a pretty good run blocker, but this time he just didn't get his arms extended and let go quickly enough. The flag came out as a result.
Not liking the look. They'll change the play.
Prescott to throw this time. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
Prescott yet again. And he'll be out of bounds. The 10-yard completion, but still now facing 3rd and goal.
With that last completion, CD's now over 400 yards passing in the game, and quite a few of those have come via some pretty big strikes downfield. Certainly not afraid to challenge this secondary, and it's been successful.
I like your observation there, partner, because I agree. This is a group.
And this will be caught, and the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Now it's looking incredibly likely to be a 3-0 start to this season. That is obviously excellent. 2-0 is one thing. 3-0, you really have some momentum.
And now they're serving notice to the rest of the league that they're a pretty darn good football team. Confident, aggressive, attacking at all times. This looks like a team that you're going to have to deal with. And guess what? Behind closed doors, they're trying to figure out ways to get better.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
Now Lawrence.
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. The Ravens send their punter out now, standing just outside his own goal line. A spin. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Steeler offense, they're set up nicely as they take over. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field.
They're looking at a 3rd straight win here if they can hold on.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. And quickly they get to the line.
2nd down, Jacobs once more.
And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
And the Steeler 1st down.
Once again, it's Jacobs. A pretty decent gain on the tough run before he's brought down at the 25. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Here's 2nd and 3.
Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone.
Lucas Van Ness on the tackle. A gain of 4 yards.
Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And he'll be out of bounds.
75 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Well, we're beyond the tone setting right now. This guy's been the bell cow all day, and they'll continue to rely on him to move the chains, drain the clock, and lead his team.
They'll run it with Jacobs, and they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Elliott on for the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. That time a 6-play drive. And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Josh Jacobs. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25.
Baltimore about ready to go on offense.
What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better and try and execute that on the way out the door and maybe get back to base and feel a little bit better as you end a ball game that's been a frustrating one for you.
And we'll see if they go back to base.
A higher scoring game, Charles, than we typically see in the National Football League, but fun to watch these offenses. They were really clicking. It seemed like everything that they dialed up worked.
Yeah, it certainly was fun to watch from our perspective. How'd you like to be those defensive coaches, though? That wasn't a blast for them at all. And let's face it, they all game plan, they all scout, they all think they're prepared. But executing and stopping teams, that's another matter entirely.
So for Pittsburgh, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll get a